This IRL streamer might go down as the dumbest influencer ever create content for the internet because he truly thinks nothing will ever happen to him, even though he's already pleaded guilty to multiple charges in his ongoing Korean criminal case. And still, he's out on the street racking up more and more felonies daily, while all of this is going on. And I've been covering influencers doing stupid stuff for over a decade now, and I've never seen someone continue to commit felonies in a foreign.
I'm back. I've taken enough time away from this whole toxic streamer that it's refreshing again. And enough has developed since the last time he was in the news because the court system isn't very quick. So there's a lot of updates. I feel like a couple people like the legal mindset just milking that content. Like that's his entire personality now. And it's not even a criminal lawyer, he's a financial lawyer. But yeah, let's just get through this recap. See what's been going on with Johnny Somali. Holy wow. What a hilarious guy.
Country while having an ongoing criminal trial. It's like he wants to be stuck there forever. And clearly this has taken a massive toll on him and his only friend who's financially supporting him, as his family seems to have started to cut him off from family funds. So I guess instead of reeling things in and trying to behave, he wants to find out exactly how much time South Korea can possibly give him. I think his confidence is still high because, you know, when he went to Japan, they let him go with only 3 months of jail time. But the big difference here, though, is in Japan, he was thrown in jail and therefore he stopped committing felonies while he was in jail. Now in South Korea, they have a different approach where they travel ban him and let him provide for himself rather than the South Korean taxpayer. This seems to have kind of driven the guy crazy because now he's basically broke, banned on every streaming platform. So because of that, he has no real way of making any decent money. We found out that he wasn't being paid on party, meaning he did this whole shirtless dancing stunt and then got arrested for zero upside. Not only is he the dumbest influencer, but also the most pathetic. But what he seemingly doesn't realize is the more felonies he documents himself doing, the more charges he'll inevitably get, and the longer his criminal trial will take, or trials, because there could easily be multiple trials here, meaning he will continue to be stuck in Korea. So instead of switching things up and actually behaving to get a lighter sentence, he starts threatening the Korean government and another YouTuber. Then he gets detained again.
What is he thinking?
At the park, and then to top everything off, for a small donation, he goes back out to taunt people the same day he was already detained, and 20 minutes later, the police were back on him. So we have quite a few things to talk about today. So let's start off with the strategical pivot at the Johnny Somali HQ.
If Korea does not let me out of Korea, I'm telling you right now, it is a danger to the Korean women. I have had so much sex with Korean women while I've been locked here. I don't wear any when I fuck these Korean women. I don't get any STD tests while I fuck these Korean women. I don't get any STD tests when I fuck these Korean women. And I make sure to spread whatever I have to all of these Korean women. And the police can't stop me.
What is this guy talking about?
The government can't stop me.
Does he think that will help him? That is a crazy thing to say when you're in a criminal trial. Now, I would be worried for the Korean citizens if he could pull anything else but his roommate Hank. I don't know why, but it's always the dudes who get zero play who brag about getting so much play. And again, he is his own star witness to that as well, because...
That's exactly what I was about to say, is like, dude, that guy probably gets absolutely zero play. Like, what is he talking about, bro? And it's not even like an Ice Poseidon situation, because Ice has clout and money. He can make people. This guy can't do anything. Wow.
Doesn't get anything there. I mean, the guy's even denied from the places where you pay for it.
I haven't had since fucking September.
Okay, you guys want to know what happened when I went to the red light district with Hank? I'll tell you all the story. The other day we went to the red light district, and the reason I didn't stream it is because every single we went to the red light district was like, no black, no black, no black.
So it's just more empty words from this guy. But the judge and prosecution doesn't know that, especially after he doubled down.
But when I go to Japan in 2029, I'm gonna pull a Harrison. I kind of like what Harrison is doing. I like how Harrison is doing the super spreader stuff. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna say it right here to the camera. I'm not scared.
What is he talking about?
If I ever caught HIV, I would become a super spreader. I'll say it right now.
Bro.
I don't care.
That's like someone saying that, like, if they became a multi-trillionaire, that they would be a criminal, or I don't know, dude. Just give me. They'd be one of the rich elites or something. I don't know, dude. Like, they'd be a Charles Manson or something. I don't know, dude. Like, who? But you're not, dude. Who cares, dude? Why would you entertain that weird, sick fantasy? You're not getting anywhere with that. I guess he's winning his audience members with that.
If I ever caught HIV, I'm gonna become a super spreader.
Dude's entire existence is just being a net loss to society. It's safe to say he's going to be the most fascinating test to the South Korean legal system, because his entire strategy here is to disrespect South Korea as much as possible for some attention on his stream. Dude is essentially trading his freedom and life to be this edgy middle school class clown. Now,
that's why it's so
just
funny.
Empty words like everything else he says, but just like in all the other videos covering the guy, he will inevitably make things worse for himself as he decided to threaten to give the YouTube creator legal mindset HIV.
Legal mindset. I don't need to fight that. I'll walk past it.
Bro, this legal mindset is milking this too much.
See, that's a very specific threat against a very specific person. That's actually against me. So that is what you would call, and that's a threat, and that's what you call a pinprick attack, which is, you can Google it. There's actually Wikipedia pages about it, there's stuff like that about it. That is very much criminal to threaten to talk
This guy milks it so much. I just don't really care. He's gonna get into the legal stuff of it.
Says that shows how much of a
as if anyone cares.
On top of that, legal mindset goes into detail on what these threats.
He's milking it so much.
If you actually went over and threatened threaten people with HIV, you could be guilty of any of these things.
There it is.
Attempted injury, serious injury, special
Just
threat,
filling time.
murder. Also, Korea has a special statute, a special law called the
Oh
Acquired
my
Immunity
God,
Emergency
dude.
Syndrome
This
Act.
guy evading
Prevention Act,
legal
Article 19,
repercussions
Prohibition of
in his
coronavirus
own
transmission.
country.
What does that carry? I know you all want
Fleeing to
to
Thailand. Now he's an expert
in jail.
in
So
Korean
10
law.
years. 10 years.
Get out of here, bro.
Any conduct
Get
would
out
involve
of
that.
here,
So that would be
dude.
stacking on top of his already full stack of issues. 10 years in potential years in prison. That's a maximum penalty there.
So naturally, Johnny panics and starts backtracking, saying that that was all hypothetical and in Minecraft or whatever. But dude, that's not going to cover you legally. And he's realized how bad things are for him, hence why his new plan is to eventually flee South Korea.
I
Apparently.
love the in Minecraft defense.
I'm renting a boat or an inflatable raft, and I'm gonna stream sailing to international waters. As soon as I hit international water, you can't touch me.
That sounds like a great way to drown. So what's the plan here? Is he just trying to sail to
Yeah,
Japan?
where are you gonna go?
Because
Are you gonna go to China?
His options are.
Do you think they're gonna be like, oh yeah, here, let's
the
just
coastline,
get your
but there's a whole
paperwork.
bunch of free islands on the way
You
to
got your
Japan.
visa
So
situation, or are they gonna hit him with a
He'll just
trespassing?
arrested again.
Invading a country.
Except, he didn't say Busan, he said Icheon, which is even worse for him because then he only has North Korea and China and a whole bunch of Korean islands outside of Icheon. Great. Let's continue the video. But a lot of people have also been asking how his family are reacting to his antics. And he's actually addressed this before he was detained in Korea. So I can only imagine how they feel after all of this now.
You guys are my family. I'm not gonna lie. Like I told you, my family disowned me. My dad the other day, I was like, do I really cause you that much stress? And my dad told me, you cause the whole world stress. I'm ashamed to be your father. I was like,
W Dad.
if I had a son and he turned out like Ramsey, like John, I would be proud. This is a fucking world enigma.
The only thing that makes Johnny an enigma is how stupid he acts. It's actually
He's
that.
coping
I've never seen a human being slowly
so hard.
self-sabotage and destroy his own life over the span of a few years for a handful of live stream viewers. At least not to this degree. This is just breaking records for being an absolute lowlife.
Oh, you gotta be proud of this. Oh, you gotta be proud of this. The only thing I'm really tripping over is my dad told me he does not want me to have kids. He literally said, do not reproduce. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna just go back to crashing out. Y'all don't like me anyway. I'll make a new family. You can't choose your family, guys, but you can make a new one.
This guy picked a parasocial relationship with some viewers who hate him and want to see him either
Bro, how slow is his chat
for his own
moving?
family. The judgment on this one is phenomenal. But clearly, when people poke him about this,
How slow is his chat
My father
moving?
told me not to have kids. Yes, he said that. But for you to take that and make that a joke is not a fucking game. It's not fucking funny. Yes, my father said, do not have
Man,
kids.
that cut him deep,
He did
man.
say that. I'm gonna be honest. He did say that. I don't care.
yeah, that reaction says otherwise. But will he take this as a wake-up call? Absolutely not, as he was just detained in Korea multiple times in one single live stream.
What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? What's your name? Hell no. What's your name? No, I can film you. You in
Bro, that Hank guy is such a disappointment. What a clown. That guy.
the park. Here it come. Here it come.
It's because people like Johnny Somali exist that
Don't listen to me.
Hank isn't a lolcow as well.
These dudes are for some reason still acting like they're in America. Meanwhile, Hank was deported from the U.S. He can't even be here legally. And Johnny can't legally engage in any political protests in South
Exactly.
Korea. And that's
Hank
exactly what
was
he's doing here with his buddy Hank,
deported.
waving around some CCP flag and stomping on other flags for attention online. But Hank ends up actually getting fined for this. And all this went down in a 9-hour-long live stream. But throughout the stream, it becomes more and more noticeable that Hank is upset with this fine. And this is the first time he's received legal repercussions for hanging out with Johnny. And let's be real, the only reason they're out doing this was to entertain Johnny's viewers. But Johnny, he was going to make it up to him with a couples massage, but not before they do a desktop stream first. And here, he announces when he's finished with the Johnny Somali shtick, he'll be a doctor.
I think I'm gonna go to medical school after this Johnny Somali arc is over.
I mean, on the bright side, at least you would be doing something positive for society.
Wow.
Good luck to anyone that has to be this guy's patient. To be honest, though, I don't think he's being serious at all because he immediately starts talking about the future of his live streaming career. He also apparently view-botted the stream as he was celebrating having 8,000 live concurrent viewers. But the only issue with that is
That's
his VOD only has 50,000
crazy.
total views. Days
Yo,
after.
to viewbot your own stream and
Concurrent
celebrate it is like people that post
50,000
AI
views
art
on that
and
VOD.
then
So there's
take those
basically a 0% chance these views
congratulations
were legit.
and
But he also announced
compliments
his
to
plans for his
heart.
next trial.
I went to a tailor
He
and we got my
lying to you,
customized
dude.
outfit, and it's gonna be ready by Monday. Let's just say I told the tailor make it extra pointy, extra pointy. we got some shit ready
Extra
for the court.
pointy. When are you gonna show
I think
up
I'm out
with a
of wearing
hood?
oversized suit.
A
Let's see
pointed
how
hat or
next time
what?
What I wear. Let's see. That's all.
But yeah, it's like someone that makes AI art
I
and
went to
then
the tailor and I got that
takes
extra
credit.
ready.
Like, look at how many likes
Hey,
this
I got
guy.
it
It's
just like
like, you
Kanye.
didn't get that, bro.
All black, just like Kanye. Just like Kanye.
Again, I mean, this dude is completely willing to throw away his freedom to entertain the handful of viewers who watch his streams. He's just the prime example of influencer Darwinism. My guess
Yeah, that's what I'm
is he'll
saying.
destroy
His
life
chat
and
is
make
so
it as entertaining
slow.
as possible for himself until he inevitably gets thrown into Korean prison. I also forgot to mention that apparently they're not happy with the local news coverage of them, so they wanted to show up to their offices.
BC. The JBC news building is not even open. Who's the news that was talking shit about it?
JTBC.
So you want to go? You down to go to the headquarters?
Yes, and
Live.
like demand an interview.
That's a good content line.
Demand.
That's
demand.
crazy, man. To
Me and
demand an
Henry
interview.
has been talking the most shit about us, and we show up to their headquarters live and on YouTube, live on this channel and Hank channel, and we tell these we want to interview now, and we're not leaving till you call the police now.
So in case you were wondering why they were mad, they covered how he's ran out of money and that Hank is now asking for donations to continue to cover and pay for Johnny. So after the desktop stream, they decided to finally go to that couples massage. But before they got there, Hank had to defend Johnny.
Somebody asked. Hi, 친구. What the fuck? Yo, wait. Why you want to fight 친구? 친구.
That's so
Defended
funny.
Johnny canceled the couple's massage as he would rather just go and stream. So they parted ways.
Go get your massage 2 hours. I'll go chill at the house.
And the guy's like,
He leaves and
I'm
goes
not gonna
to
hit you, so
the
just
States.
leave.
He can't be outside alone because
The whole
you know,
point was
the
him just
game is still going on.
telling
over
him to
there.
leave.
Guys, I can't be out here solo unless Bukan's gonna pull through.
And he's also openly admitted to being scared of walking around by himself out there due to being targeted.
Please don't say OD guy. I have a PTSD when you say OD guy. Please, I don't want to hear that word. That's OD guy is like hearing the N word to me, bro.
That word is what the dude who knocked him out said just before knocking
Where are you
him out,
going?
which translates to where are you going? But continuing the live stream, Johnny
Where are
makes
you
a mistake.
going?
Chat, another bottle of wine or what? Chat, another bottle of wine or what? Let me see one's in the chat. One's in the chat, another bottle of wine.
Look at this. No one's typing one.
Gets even more drunk, and that makes
Look
him
at how
go back
slow it
outside
is.
all by
dude.
himself.
It's got to be like one person spamming it.
Oh, it's the police. I'm gone. It's the police. I'm running from the police. I'm gone. It's the police. Oh, I'm gone. Someone called the police. Someone called the police. Oh, open. I'm closing the door. Cops. I'm closing the door.
What is he doing? This is
No. I love the police.
Clearly, he
This is
should've wanted to
embarrassing
decide to stay at
content.
home. So he got away from the police. Unsure if that could count as fleeing from the police, considering they actually had their lights on. But then for some reason, he decided to go back downstairs because remember, he lets his live stream chat make his life decisions for him. The same people that want him either arrested or worse.
When did the chat go down?
You know what would be content is
When did the chat go down?
him live streaming from
When did
prison.
the chat go down?
The prisoner's just taking his phone away, pointing it away, and then him just getting beat up.
I'm going down. I'm not scared.
Oh man, dude, he'd probably actually make money then, right? People actually be donating.
All day for me. I'm closing. Oh, no. Goodbye. What you want?
It's like an Ice Poseidon prison stream, but real.
Huh? I'm YouTube live. I'm calm down.
You can tell the police are just so fed up with him at this point because they clearly have to deal with him on the regular. So they just end up telling him to go back home.
Go away from me. 치지 말라고. Okay, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm scamming. Go away. Go away.
Look how slow that chat is.
Go away.
It looks like it's a few people that are just spamming.
Hey, go away. Go, hey. Hey, go. Huh?
So finally, they let him go back into Hank's apartment. So a lot of people are now speculating that Hank called the cops on Johnny when he left the apartment again, telling the cops that, hey, my friend is drunk and needs to go back home again or something, which honestly isn't unlikely at this point. We also have a recent clip that came out of Hank promising that he's going to sort out a place for Johnny to live. I'm assuming on either his money or his family.
What is
The
Hank
apartment that both
doing?
of them are living in is tiny. Johnny's been there for months. I can only imagine.
That guy's an
how irritating it is
embarrassment.
to live with Johnny there. And then on top of that, having to be Johnny's sugar dad while you're living in a tiny apartment with him, I can only imagine how frustrating that is. So it's not super far-fetched that he ended up calling the cops on him.
Yeah,
And Johnny
what
hasn't
are you
streamed since that
doing?
night.
What's
So
the
who knows? Stream
upside
the
for
next court date,
Hank?
or will he just show up to that court date in his pointy black gown as he was promising his chat? But I guess we'll continue to cover this as this train wreck happens. But I also have
What is the upside for Hank? I don't understand what the upside is for Hank.
subscribe. And also, we've been dropping some new collections over on Matt.City. We just actually dropped Soul alongside of many other cities, and we'll have many more to drop over the next couple of months. So
Bro.
stay tuned there as well. If you do want to check out the new collection,
I don't even. Nah, dude. What is the upside of Hank? I feel like that's the person we need to be interviewing. It's like, what are you even doing? Why are you even doing this? Oh man, what an absolute embarrassment. I'm more ashamed of Hank. I'm kind of